Today I did my first Murph with my friends John and Alex. First, some backstory. John is pretty experienced with the Murph, having done a lot of them in the past. But this will be Alex and I's first Murph. Alex is coming off an ACL tear, so it's awesome he's even out here. He's a freak athlete, so I'm excited to see how he does. The Murph is a workout named after Lieutenant Murphy, who died in 2005 in Afghanistan. It's often done on Memorial Day, starting and ending with a mile run, and 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats in between. First, we headed to the cafeteria. We all grabbed an apple to get some carbs in pre-workout. After that, John explained our path for the day, and we were off to the races. I started off pretty fast, but as you'll see in a second, John let me know that I should probably slow down.
Here we go.
What's that, baby?
Honestly, after the first mile, I was feeling pretty good, but I really didn't have any clue what was in store. Together, we headed down to the basement, which was honestly a pretty good feeling. Then we got all set up and started game planning out our reps. We're doing a partition Murph, which means we're doing 15 squats, and then 10 push-ups, and then 5 pull-ups. In my opinion, this way is a little bit easier because you don't have to do all your reps at once. At the beginning, I started repping out my pull-ups and then realized the ceiling was a little bit lower than I thought. I got past the head trauma pretty easy, but I started feeling the lactic acid in my arms pretty well. I did my best to use the air squats as kind of a rest for my arms, but I definitely was feeling it, as were the other guys. As we continued on and on, we tried to keep our form fairly strict, but we started to have to use momentum on things like pull-ups a little bit more. I ended up needing to take John's advice and take just a few seconds of rest between each set to get that heart rate back down so I didn't burn out too quick. But towards the end, I saw the finish line in sight and just started going for it. For my last set, I had to go basically full CrossFit mode to use my momentum to get myself up there. But I got the chin over the bar 5 times, and I guess that's what matters. After that, it was back to the long last run. And then right after me, John finished up his set as well. Alex fought through a little bit of knee pain on squats and finished strong on his pull-ups. After that, he came and joined us on the run. Going back to my point of view, it felt way longer for the second mile. My legs and lungs were straight on fire, but we finished up with a time just over 40 minutes, 40:16. Next up, I knew John was close because I saw him on the run coming behind, and he finished up just around 43. And after that, Alex came in after him with a time of 47. Right after finishing was probably some of the most exhausted I've felt in my life, but it was a great feeling. I definitely can't wait to do it again, maybe on Memorial Day. Now we'll go on to tomorrow's interviews, starting with Braden, the cameraman. I think went well in the Murph.
Well, you guys all set a time limit of trying to get done under 50 minutes, and you guys absolutely crushed that. So I think if you look at it from that standard, you guys did pretty good.
Yeah, well spoken. What do you think the hardest part would be if you did the Murph?
Oh, well, I'm a pretty big guy, so doing those 100 pull-ups would probably get to me at the end, but, I think I can do it.
When are we going to see you do the Murph?
If this video gets 500 likes, I will do the Murph and record the experience.
Let's go. All right, we got John Juszczyk. John, how many times have you done the Murph?
5 to 8 times.
All right.
Sure.
All right. And what's your best time you've had?
Without a vest, roughly 37 minutes, but with a vest, 45.
Solid stuff. And what was your time today?
It was 43:57, I think.
Nice. What was the hardest part of the Murph today?
Well, speaking of that last summer when I do it, I weighed 155 pounds, and now I'm 185. It really...
Bulk.
Took a lot out of me comparatively. My heart rate was pretty high, so just getting through the reps.
Good stuff. Will we see you do a Murph again?
Yes.
Let's go. All right, next we have Alex Eisbach. Alex tore his ACL last season and is still recovering from that. So tell me a little bit about recovering while you did the Murph.
It was good. I felt like I was in a good place to be able to run the Murph. The squats were definitely the most challenging part for me.
All right.
I started hurting probably about my 7th set of squats. But yeah, it was a challenge, but it was good.
Nice. Is this your first Murph?
It is my first Murph.
Nice. Will we see you ever do it again?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
How did you feel about your first Murph?
First Murph was good. Definitely wanted to do it again. The way I'd vest next time.
Yes,
sure.
Absolutely. Do you think that you tearing your ACL twice in high school has anything to do with your Murph?
No, I think at this point I'm probably recovered from high school, but yeah, the ACL definitely the recovery process was big. Yeah.
What was your favorite part about the Murph?
Favorite part was working out with my friends. The hardest part was definitely the pull-ups, though.
Mm.
Finishing those was tough.